running late and dad jokes. Has anybody seen my left shoe? Close my eyes, take a bite, grab a ride, laugh out loud. There it is, up on the roof. I've been there, I survived. So just take my advice. Hang in there, baby, things are crazy, but I know your future's bright. Hang in there, baby, there's no maybe. Everything turns out alright. Sure, life is up and down, but trust me, it comes back around. You're gonna love who you turn out to be. Hang in there, baby.
Good morning, Marist.
I'm Flannery Hip,
And I'm Jane Bennett.
and welcome to your last NBC show of this school year.
We have thoroughly enjoyed being one of y'all's anchors this year.
I know, I've had so much fun, and I look forward to NBC shows next year.
Whoa, we are not finished with this year.
Okay, you're right.
This year has been such an amazing season for NBC and MST.
I couldn't agree more. From all of Bach's Spin the Wheel episodes,
To some amazing WEL features.
updates with Marist current events, games, and performances,
And a phenomenal sports report from our two talented anchors.
Jack and Lauren always make sure that they cover every bit in the world of Marist sports.
Lucky for us, they're both here to give us a closing wrap-up.
What's up, Marist? I'm Jack Gould,
And I'm Lauren Greenhill.
and this is Sports Report. With the Golf State Championship finishing up on Tuesday, Marist Athletics have officially ended for the year.
And what a year it has been. Today, to close out the last NBC show of the year, we're going to run through the highlights.
Starting all the way back in the fall season, I think we all remember our dominant cross-country year. Both the boys and girls team won state in keeping with recent history. 6 Marist runners placed top 10 at state.
One of the highlights of fall athletics for me was the softball super regionals that were hosted at Marist. It was so awesome to see so much support for the team, which lost to Grovetown at the end of the tournament, finalizing them as second in the region.
Around the same time, volleyball was putting up a strong fight in their postseason. It ended when they faced a 2-year state runner-up Pope in the quarterfinals.
And of course, Marist football had another excellent season. They were undefeated in region play and only had one loss heading into the playoffs.
Once the postseason began, the team handily won over Northside, Brunswick, and Roswell before meeting their match in Thomas County Central during the semifinals. This year is their deepest playoffs run since their state championship in 2020.
After that, Marist winter officially began. The wrestling team put their all into dual state championships and pinned down 8th place.
Next to Laird, swim and dive were paddling and flipping their way to impressive state finishes. The girls took runner-up and the boys were just pushed down to 3rd. Shout out to sophomores Cannon Martinson and Abby Jacob for scoring the most points for Marist at state.
Centennial was ablaze with school spirit this year. The student section was full nearly at every home basketball game. That definitely contributed to the boys' team success. They put up a strong fight against Woodward, who ended their season in the second round.
The girls' basketball team could not be stopped, however. They were undefeated against 6A teams and won a second state championship in just 3 years. Throughout the season, they scored just under 2,000 points.
And finally, moving into spring sports, which are fresh in our mind. Both boys and girls lacrosse played until the second round of playoffs, where they were both beaten by Lassiter.
Track and field vaulted, jumped, and raced their way through an impressive season. 3 state records were set by the formidable distance squad, and the team as a whole performed excellently, as boys finishing as state runner-up and girls in 9th.
Baseball finished their season in the quarterfinals after securing the area title. They lost to Blessed Trinity earlier this month.
Boys soccer made it the furthest they had in playoffs since 2019 this year, and they did it through an impressive defense. For every 3 goals that Marist scored, their opponents only scored 1 against them.
Girls soccer did what they do best, win. They were undefeated against 6A opponents and won state in double overtime. Throughout their season, they averaged over 4 points per game.
Boys tennis lost to Pope in the quarterfinals, but they were avenged by the girls team who shut Pope out and went on to win their 5th state championship in a row.
And in our most recent news, Golf State finished on Tuesday, where boys placed 9th and girls took runner-up. Shout out to Ashlyn Taylor and Sophia Papadakis for their individual top 10 finishes.
All in all, Marist had 5 state titles and 3 runner-up finishes in this incredible year of athletics. Congratulations to every single student athlete who contributed to this success from any level of the programs. Looking at preliminary results, we are in extremely good position to win the coveted Directors Cup for the 23rd time since 2000. We will keep you posted on that front on social media.
For now, though, that's a wrap on Sports Report. As always, I'm Lauren Greenhill.
And I'm Jack Gould. Stay sporty, Marist.
Amazing job as always. You know, Jane, I'm always so impressed by the performance of all the athletes.
Me too! They put in so much hard work in order to achieve their goals.
And I love seeing all the different teams practicing every day after school.
Well, you know what team is starting practice? Football!
What? I thought they didn't play until the fall.
Spring training, duh.
Right. Here's John David Lynch to give the Marist fam an insight into the spring football training.
The American Sport Classic, football, is the strength of Marist athletics. Known as the Long Blue Line, many NFL players come from this ex-military school, located at 3790 Ashford Dunwoody Road. Just 11 years after their founding by the Society of Mary, Marist football began in 1912. Since then, Marist has won state title 3 times, coming in second 9 times. From 2019 to 2022 alone, 23 athletes went to college to play football from Marist. So, what sets Marist apart as a football school? In the last 15 years, the inclusion of a more rounded program is accredited to Marist's success, especially the new and improved program of strength and agility. Let's hear from the expert, head football coach at Marist with 48 years of experience, Coach Alan Chadwick.
We're becoming more athletic, I think, in these last 10 or 15 years or so in terms of our speed. And I think that's attributed to the fact that we've got a really good conditioning program, total body type conditioning program. But also I think our workout program has helped generate that too, in that we're doing a total body type of workout with flexibility, strength training, agility, speed training, all those type things.
In the last 2 decades, athletes as a whole have been using modern physical science to make themselves more healthy and resilient to injury. Many athletes would have one injury and be done for the season, but now training is centered around the body's conditioning. The trick is in balance and agility work in preseason to prepare for the upcoming season. Many first-year football players, speed and agility is a more focused workout to improve on form and explosiveness.
I feel like the most important thing about speed is just the idea of how fast you can get off during the play. Because if you're slow during the play, you can't catch nobody, you can't run. Speed really helps the play open up, and if you're not fast, you can't help the team win.
There are reasons football athletes have made up American high school culture. The answer is they focus on a fully athletic athlete. In most sports, they require skill, great strength in the arms or legs, great speed, or determination. Yet football needs all of those attributes. And as a huge team, it creates a community around it. Marist brings a special focus on agility for its athletes, which will transfer to a more successful 2024 season. See y'all in football fall. I'm John David Lynch, Marist Broadcasting, Atlanta.
That was great. It's nice to get a behind-the-scenes look at stuff happening on campus.
That reminds me, Jane, we've been here since 7th grade.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to know, how do you make a Marist cookie?
Hey, I've wanted to know the same thing.
I bet I know who can answer that question.
Who?
You.
What?
Take it away, Jane.
Hey Marist fam! Today we're going to be making everybody's favorite cafeteria item,
Marist cookies!
We're using the original recipe from COVID times. Now we're doing the dry ingredients, flour and baking powder. We have sugar, vanilla, and
salt.
in-
I love salt. It's my favorite ingredient in cookies.
and we're about to add our vegetable shortening and butter.
Give it up you.
So do we need to grab a fork?
Oh, that's good.
Why did you open up so big?
That way people can
Why
grab
did-
it. No, you're supposed
The
to
best part of
pour
making
it.
chocolate chips is eating the
Making
chocolate chips
Oh
together.
my God.
The best part of making cookies is eating the chocolate chips.
Yep. This is the official taste test.
That's
That's
pretty
good.
good. Not bad. Oh, wow. That's good.
That is a Maris cookie.
I know, we did it. It is. We did it! Thanks for watching.
Wow, thanks, me. Those cookies were really good.
It's really a staple of Marist,
I'm gonna miss getting one of those during office hours when I'm on summer break.
which is coming up really soon.
But first, we have final exams, so make sure you study hard so you're prepared for them.
Well, that's all for this year, Marist.
As always, remember to follow us on Instagram at MaristNBC.
This week's poll is long car ride or long plane ride.
I much prefer flying, but I like the family bonding during road trips.
Birthday blessings go out to Ryan Madden, Maxwell Watkins, Miller Watkins, Edward Kennedy, Catherine Kennedy, Patrick Groach, and Olivia Stafford.
Happy birthday!
And now, signing off for the last time, I'm Flannery.
And I'm Jane.
We'll see you next year.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. The job's a joke you broke.